Hi everybody. I'm making this recording about the modal verbs. The first group of modal verbs is can, could. As you know, modal verbs behave as auxiliaries, so therefore you don't use the word to after these modal verbs. You cannot say I can to go. You have to say I can go. You cannot say I could to eat. You have to say I could eat. Let's start. 1. Can, could indicate ability, and this is their most important use. For example, one is, was, or was able to do something. Can is used for the present, could is used for the past. For example, I can help you with your homework now, which means I am able to help you. I could climb trees when I was young, which means I was able to climb trees in general. B. Could can also refer to the present when there is an idea of condition or when one makes a polite request. For example, I could get you some bread, which means if you wanted me to, right? Only under the condition that you want me to. Could you help me, which means would you be able to help me? Would you help me? It's a request for help. C. When we refer to a specific past action and not to ability in general, could is replaced by was or were able to. For example, I could swim when I was younger, meaning I had this ability in general, but I say I was able to open the door for him when he came home yesterday when I refer to one specific action at one particular time, at one place even. I was able to open the door that day when he came home. 2. Can and could also indicate permission. For example, for general actions in the past. On Sundays, we could sleep later. That means we were allowed to sleep later. B. Permission for a specific action. In that case, we use be permitted or be allowed to. For example, we were allowed to paint our faces at Sam's birthday, meaning only on that particular occasion, at that particular place, we were allowed this particular action to paint our faces. If I talk about permission in general, I use could, right? For asking permission, could is usually more polite than can. For example, can I go out, Mom? It's a bit informal. Versus, could I leave the room, please? This is more formal, more polite. Can and could also indicate possibility. Can refers to an action that is generally possible if circumstances permit it. For example, you can ski on the mountain now because there is enough snow. So there is enough snow, which means you can do the action. There are circumstances that allow you, permit you to do the action. Can and could in this case for the past, indicate something that is or was possible sometimes. For example, she could be rather loud sometimes, which means sometimes she was loud. This was a possibility. He can be very tough, which means it is possible that he is very tough sometimes. So again, can and could indicate something that is possible at certain times. At other times it is not possible, but at sometimes it is. Could also refers to a possibility in the present, but the speaker is not very sure of that. For example, I wonder what Bill is doing now. John, he could be studying, which means it is possible that he is studying now, but I am not very sure of it. In general, could shows something that is less possible than can. Couldn't, when it is used to refer to the present, indicates a negative deduction. For example, he couldn't be sleeping now because it is too late in the morning, which means it is impossible that he is sleeping now. He couldn't have gone home yesterday because we did not meet him there, means it is impossible that he went home yesterday. Notice that I say he couldn't be sleeping to refer to something right now. He is sleeping. And I use have gone to refer to something that happened in the past. He couldn't have gone. It is impossible that he went, right? So have gone is went actually. We'll discuss this more in class. The other group of verbs we will discuss today is may, might. But this will happen in a different recording.